These are exciting times for the development of Greater Manchester's transport network. Work is taking place to introduce a new transport scheme that would improve cross-city bus travel across Greater Manchester. It's a scheme for the future, helping people get to where they need to be more easily and quickly. Our plan is to improve 3 of the busiest routes that travel through Salford, Rochdale and Manchester. This includes the A6 and A580 to the west towards Boothstown, the A664 to the north towards Middleton, and Oxford Road and Wilmslow Road to the south towards Didsbury. Plans have also been developed to change junctions and provide additional bus lanes in Manchester city centre to enable the introduction of cross-city bus services and to help the smooth flow of traffic. This is your chance to find out more, get involved and make a difference. We want to make sure that we get these improvements right. This is about you, your travel, and making a difference to the future of Greater Manchester. Improving cross-city bus travel is about enabling bus services to cross Manchester city centre without passengers needing to change. It's about better connections to job opportunities, healthcare facilities, schools, colleges and local shops, particularly along the routes and around the Oxford Road area, and enjoying more reliable and reduced bus journey times. Ensuring there are also benefits for cyclists and pedestrians, and providing more convenient connections with other transport services. Ultimately, we want to give people a genuine choice, however they want to travel. Importantly, these improvements complement other work, which is taking place as part of a larger programme to deliver £1.5 billion worth of transport improvements over the coming years. A lot of this work will be shaped by a longer-term plan to improve travel called Transport Strategy for Manchester City Centre. This will set out how the transport network will support economic growth and make the city centre a livelier and more vibrant place for everyone. That's the important background. We can now look at the details of how we want to improve cross-city bus travel. The southern route travels between Parrs Wood and central Manchester along Wilmslow Road and Oxford Road. Starting in Parrs Wood, we can see here how changes would be made to improve traffic flow around the Wilmslow Road junction with Kingsway. Improvements would also be made to help buses. Buses would turn left off Kingsway and feed into the terminus at the front of the entertainment centre. You can see here how the bus lay-by would be extended, allowing vehicles to turn right straight onto Wilmslow Road. Following Wilmslow Road up towards Manchester city centre, we can see where there would be sections of new bus lane between Cotton Lane and Palatine Road, going towards Manchester. Bus lanes would be made by remarking the road along with some minor road widening. This would create more space for general traffic on the road. There would also be an improved pedestrian crossing just after Arnfield Road. Improvements have already been introduced along the rest of Wilmslow Road as part of an earlier programme delivered between 2002 and 2008. We now arrive at Oxford Road at the junction with Hathersage Road. This route is currently one of the most congested in Manchester and one of the busiest bus routes in Europe. As well as bus and car journeys, a large number of pedestrians and cyclists use the road daily to access businesses, universities, colleges and the central Manchester hospitals. Oxford Road is being developed to become more pedestrian friendly and cater for more university and hospital buildings. The Children's Hospital has moved to be next to the Manchester Royal Infirmary. New university buildings have been built recently and more work is to be done in the coming years. This will see significant investment, creating more jobs and attracting more people. More people means more journeys, so it's vital to improve access on the surrounding transport network. Let's look at how traffic would move around Oxford Road in the future. Between Hathersage Road and Grosvenor Street, the road would become a route for buses, hackney carriages, bicycles and emergency services vehicles only. There would also be a large amount of work done to widen footways along Oxford Road, making the area safer and more attractive for pedestrians. There would also be dedicated cycle lanes for the many cyclists who use the road on a daily basis. General traffic would head towards Upper Brook Street and would use this road to access central Manchester. We can see here how several of the connecting side roads would be closed, with Grafton Street and Dover Street used for servicing the university. Booth Street would be the main access for general traffic. After Grosvenor Street, general traffic would be directed away from Oxford Road and Oxford Street by alterations to the junctions on Princess Street, at Charles Street and Whitworth Street. New junction priorities would be introduced at either end of this stretch to channel traffic onto Upper Brook Street. Important improvements would be made to Upper Brook Street to help the flow of traffic towards the city. For example, it would be possible to drive into Manchester city centre from Upper Brook Street up Princess Street as far as Whitworth Street. There would be a number of improvements to the road network along Portland Street and Princess Street, where Oxford Road and Upper Brook Street connect to central Manchester. These changes are designed to particularly help buses get across the city centre to and from Oxford Road. The upgrades along Portland Street and Princess Street would then help bus journeys connecting to the west and north of the city. Firstly, we can see new sections of dedicated bus-only lanes along Princess Street and towards John Dalton Street and Bridge Street. Adjustments would be made to the side roads to help the flow of general traffic. A number of changes would be made along Portland Street, going up to Piccadilly Gardens. Again, some adjustments will need to be made to side roads to help the smooth flow of general traffic. There will also be new cycle measures, such as a new cycle lane on Sackville Street. A number of the existing bus-only sections around Piccadilly Gardens will be upgraded to help buses travel through the north side of the city more easily. Carrying on to the north, we can see how the A664 along Rochdale Road and Manchester New Road would be improved to help journeys between Manchester, Harperhay, Blakely and Middleton. Improvements would begin where Rochdale Road meets Livesey Street. Sections of bus lane would be introduced to extend some of the existing bus lanes. As we follow the road towards Harperhay, new sections of bus lane would be introduced where bus passengers are currently delayed. These bus lanes would be made possible by widening the road or remarking lanes. There would also be sections of cycle lane and improved pedestrian crossings. Through Harperhay, bus stops and pedestrian crossings will be reviewed to make sure that they provide the best locations for local residents. There would also be a new cycle lane going towards Manchester and a new bus lane towards Middleton. Between Hilldale Avenue and Boswell Avenue, parking would be reviewed on both sides of Rochdale Road in order to give wider footpaths and wider parking bays. Looking at these improvements, you can see that a large number of bus passengers would benefit from more reliable bus journey times. General traffic would also benefit by road widening, which would take buses out of the main traffic flow. These proposals form part of an overall congestion management scheme, and we will work with local authorities, shops and residents to ensure that access to local centres is maintained. Finally, here is how travel would be improved to the west of Manchester through Salford. These improvements would focus on the East Lancashire Road, the A580, helping to connect communities such as Swinton, Worsley and Boothstown to central Salford and Manchester. An additional bus lane would be provided from the M60-M61 junction and Moorside Road. The bus lane between Moorside Road and Lancaster Road would be within the existing carriageway, leaving 2 lanes for general traffic in both directions. There would be some minor changes to the road layout to cater for the improvements. Pedestrian crossings would be upgraded in both directions along East Lancashire Road. The route would connect to our proposals for Manchester city centre via the A6 and Chapel Street. A separate development is being brought forward by Salford City Council to regenerate this area, with priorities for buses. Along Chapel Street, a bus lane would be provided in both directions, and general traffic will be encouraged to travel along alternative routes. Together, improving these 3 routes would help transport for all communities living along these busy roads by providing quicker, more reliable journeys. Now that you've had a look, please tell us about any specific locations and issues along the routes you think we need to consider. You can provide your feedback by visiting gmpte.com/have-your-say, emailing views2009@gmpte.gov.uk, writing to us at Free Post GMPTE Bus 2009, or texting VIEWS, VIEWS, followed by your comments to 60777. Text would cost your standard network rate. For further information, you can also call 0800 917 8808. It's important that we get these improvements right, so this is an opportunity to get involved in developing Greater Manchester's integrated transport network.